What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to Fat Guy Reads My Immortal. Today we're going to be covering chapters 25 through 28. Last time we had a bit of confusion with Filch and Mr. Norris. Voldemort gave the ultimatum to Ebony for like the third or fourth time in this story. And we found out. The misery of magic was there. It's supposed to be the Ministry of Magic for those not keeping score at home. Um, and yeah, it turns out, guess who's the only person who can defeat Voldemort? Not Harry, or I'm sorry, not Vampire. It's Ebony, Darkness, Dementia, Raven Way. So that's great. We're kind of stuck with her as like the hero of the piece. So let's let's just get right into it. I think I've wasted enough time recapping this. It gives it a little more dignity than I think is necessary. So let's start with chapter 25. And here we have, of course, our author's note. Stop flaming, okay? If you did not, then I'll tell Justin to bet you up. Oh, she's Justin in her life. And I'll tell Eldon Reds to put Vritas in your computer. Fuck you! Raven, thanks for the help. Alright, well, we better not flame her. Let's just keep reading. I was so excited. I followed Draco, wondering if we were going to do it again. We went outside, and then we went into Draco's black car. Excuse me. Ebony, what the fuck did Professor Trevelry say? Whispered Draco, potting his gothic wit hand with black nail polish on mine. She said she would tell me what the visions meant tomorrow. I'm sorry, what the visions meant Teramo, I grumble in a sexy voice. He took out a heroin cabaret and spiked it and gave it to me to spork. I have no idea what that's supposed to be. Usually I can figure these out. I have no idea what she's saying right now. He started to fly the car into a tree. We went to the top of it. Draco put on some MCR. I don't know if this is how the song goes, but I'll just make it up as I go. And all the things that you never ever told me, and all the smiles that are ever gonna haunt me, sang Gerard's sexy voice. We started tiling of each other's clothes fervently. I'm sorry. He took of my black thong and my black leather bar. I took of his black boxers. Then he put his throbbing you-know-what in my tool sexily. I always thought tool was supposed to be you know what, never mind. It's gross. OMFG, Draco, Draco, I screamed, having an orgasm. We started Frenching passively. Suddenly, I fell asleep. I started having a dream. In it, a black guy was shooting two gothic men with long black hair. No, please don't fucking kill us, they pleaded, but he just kept shooting them. He ran away in a red car. No! Oh my fucking god! I shouted in a scared voice. Ebony, what's wrong? Draco asked me as I woke up, opening my icy blue eyes. I started to cry and tears of blood went down my face. I told Draco to call Vampire. He did it with his black Lickin' Park mobile. But the worst thing was who the people were who were shot in the dream were. Lucian and Sirius! So wait, is Lupin a good guy now? And like, I don't get this whole black guy thing. This is taking a turn that I am not enjoying. Um, let's just move on to chapter 26. Author's note. Prep, stop flaming Sidastri, okay? If you did not like the story, then go fuck yourself, you fucking prep. You suck. Oh, why? And I wasn't being racist, okay? Well, I certainly feel reassured now knowing that she wasn't trying to be racist with that whole thing of, a black man with a gun shooting Lucian and Sirius. Oh, she spelled Sirius. Oh, wait, no. She spelled like the word. Alright. A few mutates later, Vampire came to the tree. He was wearing a black leather jackson, black leather pants, and a good Charlotte t-shirt. Hi, Vampire, I said flirtily as I started to sob. Draco hugged me sexily, trying to comfort me. I started to cry tears of blood and then told them what happened. Oh, fuck it! Vampire shouted angrily. He started to cry sadly. What fucking dick did that? I don't know, I said. Now come on, we have to tell Dumbledore. We ran out of the tree and into the castle. Dumbledore was sitting in his office. Sire, our dads have been shot, Draco said while we whipped some tears from his white face. Oh, it's Lucius. It's Lucius. Lucius Malfoy. Okay. Alright. Enaby had a vision and a dream. Dumbledore started to cockle. Ha 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 ha. And how do you expect me to know Ebony's not divisional? What? I glared at Voldemort. I glared at Dumbledore, sorry. Look, motherfucker, he said angrily as Dumbledore gasped. C is the toot of character? Oh, is that out of character? Okay. You know very well that I'm not decisional. Now get some fucking people out here to look for Sirius and Lucian. Porto! Okay, he said in an intimated voice. Where are they? I thought about it. Then all of a sudden, Longden, I said. I told him which street. He went and called some people and did some stuff. After a few mistunes, he came back and said people were going out looking for them. After a while, someone called them again. He said they had been found. Draco, Vampire, and I all left to our rooms together. I went with Draco to wait in the nurse's office, while Vampire went to slit his wrists in his room. We looked at each other's gothic, derperest eyes. Then we kissed. Suddenly, Sirius and Lucian came in on stretchers. And Professor Sinister was behind them! Chapter 27. Vampires Will Never Hurt You. It's weird when she decides to use titles for these chapters. It's always kind of bizarre to me. Author's note. You know what? I do not give a fuck what you preps think about me. So stop flaming the fucking story, bitches. Thanks to Raven for your love and sport and help. I love you, girl. Suz, I couldn't update, lol. I was really depressed and I slit my wrists. I had to go to the hospital. Raven, you rock, girl. Oh, dear. Everyone in the room started to cry happily. I had saved them. Draco, Lucian, Sirius, Bond, Vampire all came to hug me. The nurse started to give them medicine. Come on, Enaby, said Professor Sinatra. Oh, man. That's a great visual right there. She was wearing a gothic black leader dress with a corset top and real vampire blood on it and fucking black platinum boots. I have to tell you the fucking perdition. I looked at Lucian, Seraphs, Drake, and Vampire. They nodded. I smelled happily and went into a dark room. Sorry, I was just trying to see if I smelled happily. I had changed Professor Sinister, took out some black cards. She started to look into a black crucible ball. She said, Tara, I see Drac times are near. Uh-oh, I think she might have stepped out of character a little. She said badly, She peered into the balls. You see, you must go back in time. She took out a time toner like Bloody Mary had. When Voldemort was in Hogwarts before he became powerful, he got his hearth broken. Now, do you think he would still become Voldemort if he was in love? I shook my head. You must go back in time and seduce him. It is the only way. If he is still evil, then you must kill him. You can come to my room tomorrow and you can do it. Okay, I said sadly. We did death's touch sin. I went outside again sadly. What fucking happened? Asked Draco and Vampire. Yeah, what happened? Asked Darkness, Willow, and Boldy Mary. I was about to tell them, but everyone was there. They were celebrating Lucian and Sirius being fond. Everyone was proud of me, but I just wanted to talk to Draco. They were cheesing my name, and some reporters were there trying to interview Dumbledore. A banner was put up. Lots of fucking preps were there, obviously trying to be gothic, wearing the hymn sign on their hands, despite them not having actually heard of him. Well, I guess that makes me a prep. Even Mr. Norris looked happy. A black and red cake had been brought out. Crab and Goyle set up some fireworks in the shape of skulls from Wesley's Wizard Wises. I put on my invisibility coat with Vampire and Draco, and we sneaked outside together. Chapter 28. Author's note. I said stop gafuming the story. It was a miscat when Professor Relori said that, okay? Go to fucking hell! You suck! Thanks to Philly for the help. Raven, have fun with Kiwi. We went into a black room. The walls were black with portraits of gothic bands like MCR, GC, and Marlon Mason all over them. A big black coffin was in the middle. Red velvet lined the black box. There were 3 chairs made of bones with real skulls in them. I was wearing a black corset bar with purple stuff on it, fishnet suckings, and a black leather thong underneath. I sat down one of the chairs dispersedly. So did Draco and Vampire. Are you okay? Vampire asked, putting his alabastered hand on mine. He was wearing black nail polish. I was wearing black nail polish with red crosses on it. Yeah, I guess. Draco also put his hand on mine sexily. I smiled sadly with my black lipstick. The problem is, I have to seduce Voldemort. I'll have to go back in time. Draco started to cry sadly. Vampire hugged him. It's okay, Ebba-B, he said finally. But what about me? You're not going to break up or anything, are you? Of course not, I gasped. Really? He asked. Sure, I said. We Frenched sexily. Vampire looked at us longingly. Then, I took off Draco's MCR shrift and seductively took off his pants. He was hung like a Stallone. That's a classic line right there. Hung like a Stallone. It's hung like a stallion, for those confused. We had a lot of fun with that line when we read this back in the day. He had replaced the vampire tattoo that said enemy on it. Oh. Black roses were around it. I gasped. He looked exactly like Gerard Way. Vampire took a video camera. I had said it was okay before. Okay. I took off my clothes, then we were in for the rid of our lift. We started freshing as we climbed into the coffin. He put his Spock in my you-know-what, And passively we did it. I don't think she knows what passively means. I love you, Ebba. Oh, let me feel you. I need to feel you, he screamed as we got an orgasm. We watched Vampire filmed everything perfectly. Suddenly, what the fuck are you doing? It was Snope and Professor McGoggle. Wow. Okay. This story just takes the weirdest turns. It's suddenly gotten very sexual. Not that it wasn't there before, but it's like more explicit now. And I don't really know what to make of that. We got a time travel element here. I guess it wouldn't be a good fan fiction without that. What else is there to say, really? I mean, these chapters are getting shorter too. I mean, I'm already just about done with this video here. It's only been, a little over 15 minutes. Usually it would take me like, on average, 20, sometimes even 25 minutes just to slog through those chapters. And I've been trying to editorialize less, but, I just think that, we might have reached a point where the author is even just ready to get through this thing, so... Anyway, that's gonna do it for this video. We are over halfway through my Immortal now. We only have 16 chapters left to go. Which means there's only going to be 4 more of these. And then we will be done with Fat Guy Reads My Immortal. Now, like I said, if there's anything else you want me to read, any ideas for future videos, any suggestions you have, you can go ahead and comment. You can also tweet me, or, comment on Instagram, any of that stuff. It should all be in the description. And if not, I will put it up eventually when I stop being so lazy. Thanks for watching, and see you next time on Fat Guy Reads.